Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Hello everyone, we are here to do the Bag That Badge Mayan Bridge loop today. So it's quite a long route, it's almost 11 kilometres. As I say long, you know, it's more than an hour's worth of running if we go at 10 kph. So 20 seconds to go and we'll be off. Anthony, good evening. Clive, good evening. Hello Tina. Gloves as well, must be chilly. It indeed is. Yoko, hello. She says, I am from Ventop. You're she at Ventop? Right, we're off. And I shall I'll just say hello to everyone in the event. But we've got Stig and Sebastian running and Clive is running. I don't know if Yoko's running or not, or whether she's in the Film My Run 500, because the Film My Run 500 evening edition is happening now as well. So I don't know if anybody's in that. Lee Fonny says he's late today. Anthony, good evening. Clive, good evening. Yeah, we've got everybody. Let me just say hello to the gang. Hello and welcome to another episode of Bag That Badge. Today I am wearing my gloves and coat because it is freezing. Quite a long run. It's 11k, so we're going to be here for an hour and 6 minutes if we stay at this pace. So feel free to go and make yourself a coffee, watch EastEnders on the other channel, or something. I don't know what's on these days. Clive's running his boxer shorts because he didn't have enough time to change. Clive, I hope you're not live streaming. Clive, I hope you are not live streaming. I don't know why it always changes Clive to doctor for some reason. Why does it do that? Does anybody else, when you speak, right, try it. I want you to try it. If anybody else has an iPhone, say Clive into the iPhone and see if it comes out as doctor. Yes, so Yoko is doing Film My Run 500 by the looks of things. So she is on Ventop. That's alright, no worries. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do 2 events at once. I must change the text on it to read that it is not actually with me in the event. The evening Film My Run 500 doesn't have me in it. Tina says she's just finished dinner, very relaxed and watching us lot run. Yeah, I imagine it's difficult to do voice to text when you've got my voice coming through at the same time. I apologise. Is there anyone in the run who doesn't have the badge? That's the question. Is there anyone running today who definitely does not have this badge? Question mark. Oh right, Clive wants us to do the plank club tonight. I'll try and remember. I'll try. Anthony said he had gloves on this morning outside. The roads are still icy at 9:30 and cold, but nice sun and blue sky and no wind. Sounds perfect, actually. Clive says a plank a day keeps the doctor away. So nobody replying to my request for information about whether anyone has not got this badge. So either that means everyone does have the badge, or the people who don't can't be bothered or cannot type yes or no. We're off and running anyway. Tina says she'll try and remember Plank Club tonight. 9 o'clock. Plank Club. Stig has all the badges. That's alright, Stig, no worries. I'm sure there are 1 or 2 people who don't have this badge. They usually are. And quite often it's new people who haven't quite learned how to type or do voice to text whilst running on the treadmill at the same time. Paul Hayward says he's just had his dinner and running, so he's going to throw up before the end of the run. Right, Leafon says, here, near the polar circle, it's almost melting. What's happening with the weather? Right, Sebastian says, you know which badge I don't have, Stephen. Oh yes, yes. I think so, anyway. Not Splash, it's the other one, not Splash and Dash, but the other one. I can't remember the name of now. Yeah, it is. I mean, although it says it's 10 degrees now in here, it really isn't. Oh yeah, the mile badge. Sub 6 minute mile badge. That's it. Of course it is. That's what Sebastian needs. Yeah. Right, Tina's having a competition with Paul about dinner and running. Paul, I ran outside at lunchtime. Yeah, but were you eating whilst running, Tina? Paul's literally just had his dinner and now he's running. And is there anybody on who calls dinner lunch? No, who calls lunch dinner? If you're up north, dinner is at lunchtime. Which is daft, isn't it? I'm from up north, and even I don't call it dinner. Yeah, Clive says it's breakfast, lunch, then dinner. Yeah, but believe it or not, there are people in the world who call lunch dinner. Yeah, there you go. Paul Hayward, breakfast, dinner and tea. You have your breakfast, then at lunchtime you have your dinner, because it's dinner time, and then in the evening you have your tea. And then, yeah, if you're still hungry, you can have some supper when you go to bed. That's the way it works. I wonder if they'll ever do something with this junction here. You see this junction? Will they ever make that into another road? What's for tea? Right. Amy Green, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And Amy's from Nottingham, so that's interesting. I'm sure in Nottingham they would do it breakfast, dinner and tea. Leifon's going to go outside tomorrow if he wakes up in time. Says tomorrow will be warm, not so windy. That'll be nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's not windy here. It's just ice cold outside. I am warming up a bit in here now, though. And I will have to open the door to let the moisture out soon. Yeah, I think coat might come off. Let's get to... Tell you what, I'll get to 2 kilometres. 2k in, and then I'll take my coat off. Might leave the gloves on though. Although I can't press my iPad with the gloves on. Oh, that didn't work. That's interesting. Wonder if that one works. No. So let me just show you what I've got going on here now. So I've got my two stream decks, one on the left, one on the right, but then here is my iPad, and I've managed to get an app which puts some of my buttons on the iPad here, but the vMix ones, the ones for my live stream, don't seem to be working. The other ones are. So for instance, I can change the light to red if I want to, or yellow, or white. And I can turn the fan on and the light's on and off. But the vMix buttons, these coloured buttons here, don't seem to be working. Now, if I press any of them, they're not working. That's a bit disappointing. Never mind. More tech to go wrong. Yes, I know. I know. Right, 9 kilometres to go. Do 100 more metres and then I'll take my coat off. Sebastian says, is this the new screen for Victoria? Well, kind of, yes. Yeah. So this iPad, we are going to commandeer because it's no longer used by our children. So we're going to use it for Zwift. For Victoria, so she's got a larger screen, because the thing is she can't see her iPhone screen, so we can run Zwift on an iPad and she should be able to see that all right. Right, Amy Green says, I signed up for a run earlier thinking it was stage 4. I realised once I started that I was doing stage 3 again. Stage 4 for me tomorrow then, when I was going to have a rest. Oh, Amy. Well, we're doing stage 3, stage 4, I think 6 o'clock tomorrow. So if anybody wants to come and join us, 6 o'clock tomorrow, stage 4 of Tour of Watopia. Tour of Zwift, sorry. Gosh, I'm living the old life. Tour of Watopia. Those are the days. Right, gloves off, coat off, let's start this run proper, shall we now? Now we've warmed up. And here we come to the bridge, look. Steve Atkinson, hello Steve. Hello Steve, are you in Brighton or Littlehampton, question mark? I can't remember, Steve. If you're listening, West Chiltington. Never heard of it. Is there a park run there? Question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Amy, oh bless, Amy says I might have done stage 3 times now. Ah, okay, so Steve occasionally does Worthing Park Run. Thinking of doing Bognor Regis Park Run or Clare Park Run on Saturday. Do excuse me while I just do something very quickly. Bear with me, you can see all my computer screen now. I know this is not on, is it? Right, hopefully. Let's see if that works. Yay! Steve's doing track training with Dean on Saturday morning. He's never done Bognor. No, I'd like to try Bognor, I think. Paul Hayward's suggesting that Amy should do 3, each stage of the Tour of Zwift 3 times. Amy says, Stephen, I watched your latest parkrun video earlier. Does running on the mud make you run faster? Only because you want it to be over quicker, Amy. Because it's so draining. You're desperate for it to be over. I mean, I went as hard as I could at Lloyd Parkrun last weekend. I can't remember what my time was now. 23 minutes. So it's not fast. It's a muddy, sticky, hilly parkrun. Right, Sebastian says he's running topless in Tenerife. Topless in Tenerife sounds like a song title. Topless in Tenerife. Sounds like a song title, Sebastian. Bottomless in Bognor. Amy says, I don't do mud. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You've done Beachy Head. There was mud in Beachy Head. Of course you do mud. Right, the doors of shed quarters are firmly closed, but they are steaming up behind me. So I'm considering slightly opening the doors to let a little bit of cooler air in and to let the moisture dissipate. What do we think? Is this a good idea or not? Tina says, I'm with you, Amy. I've fallen out of love with mud. How can you fall out of love with mud? Oh, come on. What's going on here? No! Work, you daft thing. Desktop. Zwift scripts. Come on. Camera angles, there we go. Turn camera angles on and see if that works. Bam, not to, I'm going to have to... Oh yes, no, it is working. Paul Hayward says, I like Mud Crew, but that's about it. So, yeah. Clive will be running, not this time next week, but... What day is it today? Thursday. A week tomorrow. A week tomorrow, Clive will be starting the Arc of Attrition 100-mile race. Sebastian says there's a hacker logged in. Logged into where? There's the sloth. Sloth hanging down from behind us. What, a hacker has logged into my computer? I five the sloth as we go past. Anyone not run in the jungle before? Question mark. Anthony says, have you watched any of the spine videos? Yes, I've kept up with all of them. Stig says, I know I'm trailing behind, but calling me a sloth is a bit rude. Sorry, Stig. You're no sloth. Right. Sebastian says he's never run in a jungle in real life. Yeah, the spine videos are always... They just always give you a really good sense of what it's like to be out there. It's a tough race, tough old race. Well done to Jeff, who got 50 hours into the race before being pulled out by the medics. I would love to do the Coastal Challenge in Costa Rica, which is all through jungle. Not fruit jungle. Although a fruit jungle would be quite interesting. No doubt tasty. Has anyone ever run through a chocolate jungle? Question mark. I imagine that would be sticky. Yeah, Anthony, the last one was the finish, yeah. With, well, it was Damien Hall and Jack Scott finishing together, although the actual winner of the race was Damien Hall in 84 hours because Jack got a time penalty because he took an accidental shortcut, what's called an unintentional shortcut, because he went the wrong way. So he got a time penalty of about 40 minutes, which meant that the actual winner is Damien Hall. But they touched the wall together, kissed the wall as you do. Leifan says you're going way easier compared to yesterday. Yes. So, very rarely do you do two hard efforts back to back. So if you went hard last night, you would go easy tonight. And then you might go hard again tomorrow or hard again on Saturday. So, I'm going easy again tomorrow night. And then Saturday, in the morning, outdoors, I'm going to go hard. Actually, no, in the afternoon because I've got a cross-country race. So I have a cross-country race on Saturday. So I'm going to go hard at that. And then we go easy again on Sunday. And then we go hard again on Monday. Easy on Tuesday and another hard session on the Paris Marathon training interval sessions on Wednesday. Right, excuse me, let me go and sort out the title of this live stream, which doesn't seem to be working either. More tech issues. Right, none of these titles seem to be correct for some reason, and I have no idea why. I'll have to leave it for now. Come on, I'll just change it manually and come back to it again later. Come on. Sorry if I'm missing... Right, Sebastian says, is that 80-20? Well, no, it's going to be a bit more than 80-20 for this training session, for this training block. So I'll probably be doing more like 75-25. Last week it was about 25%. So 75% easy, 25% hard effort. That's more like what it is at the moment. Let's just see if this has worked. Oh no! Ah, still wrong. I just can't type. There we go. Got it. No! I haven't got it. It's the camera angles that are messing it up. Right. I have to pause the camera angles. Now we'll go back to it. Got about 6k to go, everyone. Now it's not typing anything at all. Sebastian says park run, cross country and Paris Marathon long run for you on Saturday. Yes, Saturday is a long day. Lots of running. Sebastian, have you heated a mince pie in the microwave? Yes, that's the big question everybody's asking. Victoria has arrived. Victoria says she's having a day off today. Leifon says, I assume he's talking about Jack Scott in the spine. How did he get an accidental shortcut? Was that in real life? Yes. So we're talking about a race called the Spine, which is a race that goes along what's called the backbone of Britain, the Pennine Way. It's a 268-mile race. And Jeff Partridge, who runs with us on here, he was taking part. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to finish. But the two winners, the winner of the race was a guy called Damien Hall. And he finished the race in 83 hours. But then second place was a guy called Jack Scott, who finished at the same time as the winner. But they gave him a time penalty because the navigation on that course is very difficult and it's so easy to go wrong. So he went wrong and the detour that he took actually was shorter than the full route. Only by a little bit, only like a mile or two. But they gave him a 40-minute time penalty. So that's what we're talking about, Leafon. Okay, we are coming up to 5k to go. I have yet to feel like I need to open the doors, although they're completely steamed up now. There's the top-down view of the treadmill. You can see we're going at 10 kph, 0 incline. We've done 6.2 kilometres according to the treadmill because I started a bit earlier than the run, and we've been running for 40 minutes. I've been moving on the treadmill for 40 minutes, so about 6 minutes before the run started, 5 or 6 minutes before the run started. Tina says, Sebastian, my husband warms up mince pies on top of the wood burner. Very nice. That's like doing toast on the wood burner, isn't it? Opening the door of the wood burner, putting a piece of bread or a marshmallow on a fork or a prong and sticking it in the wood burner. Very nice. We've not turned on our wood burner this winter yet. Or Sebastian could try the Marmite on top version. Yeah, that would work. Right, 5 kilometers to go. So, as Leafon suggested, we're taking it nice and easy. We're going at 10 kph. And we've got, I would say, about half an hour left to run. 5k in half an hour. That makes sense, doesn't it? Heart rate comfortably in zone 1, so that is good. That means fitness is improving. So it wasn't long ago that I would be running this run at 10 kilometers at 10 kph and my heart rate would be in zone 2. But it looks like the training is starting to pay off as we go into zone 2. Just changes to green there, look. Yeah, so I think when I'm talking it goes up, obviously. But we're comfortably in zone 1 for most of it today, so that's good. Leafon, the point is to make it a hard race. There's no point A to point. It is point A to point B. So the race is point A to point B, but it's over very difficult terrain. It's on the in the country. You know, it's snow and ice and rocks and hills and mountains and forests, and it's so easy to get lost. But that's the whole point. The whole point is to have a difficult challenge. Now, anyone can do something that's, as you say, simple, a simple loop. Anyone can do something simple. The whole point is to make it a difficult challenge. Alright, Sebastian is saying the pastry on a mince pie is a bit like powder. It could be harder. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the crumbly pastry that you get in a mince pie. I am happy to speed up a bit if anybody else would like to. Are you interested in progressive for the last 4 kilometers? Question mark. $11, $12, $13, and then $14. Right, we're going to do a little progressive coming to the end. All right, Paul's going to watch from a distance. Okay, with 4 kilometers to go, we will go to 11. So we're going to do a speed up. So we're being goaded into speeding up by Messenger. Right, here we go, up to 11 now. Yeah, I know, Tina, I'm sorry. Not very disciplined of me to keep it nice and steady, is it? We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It's only a couple of kilometres of fairly quick running. Next 2 kilometres should be okay, and then the last 2 kilometres just a bit over speed, but it's all right. Jean is waiting for his pizza delivery. Very nice too. Okay, I might actually open the door now. Right, let's go. So, I've opened the door, let some fresh air in, so we can breathe. So, hopefully, cool down, keep the heart rate relatively stable as we go through this progressive last 4 kilometres. Clive is swearing again, says the word pineapple in the vicinity of the word pizza. Simply isn't allowed, Clive. And you know it. I am very proud of you, John. Very proud indeed. Well done. Keep the pineapple and pizza separate. You can have pineapple with cream on for your dessert after you've finished your savoury pizza. Yeah. Leafon says, from running in the jacket to running with the door open. That's how we roll. That is how we roll. Once we warm up, it's all good. It's just starting in the cold that's horrible, isn't it? No problem, Stig. Full stop, take it easy. Tina says, Clive, you are a heathen. He is indeed. There's no question about it. He'll be coming into the aid stations on the Arc of Attrition, demanding his pineapple with pizza with pineapple on it, and he'll be thrown out of the aid station. In fact, he may even be disqualified from the race. Oh no, Leafon is with Clive on this. No, it's wrong. Come on, my friend. Come on, join the group that doesn't have pineapple on pizza. It's evil. Evil and wrong. It's like orange on chicken. Tina, don't tell me you do orange on chicken as well. What's that called again? Chicken à l'orange. Or duck à l'orange. No, it's all wrong. Sweet and sour in general, I find, is wrong. Okay, John's hoping to run the community run with us on Monday, or with Clive on Monday. I will be on the track on Monday outdoors. Okay, we're coming up to our next speed up to 12 kph in a minute. Okay, away we go, up to 12 now. Leafon says he dips chocolate into spices. Now, actually, I have to say that is something I do like, is chili chocolate. I like chili and chocolate. And actually, I have to admit something. Yeah, I have to admit, I like grapes and cheese. So, if you were to make me a brie sandwich with grapes in, I would like that. So maybe I have to refine my attitude to sweet and sour. It's not sour though, is it? Sweet and savoury. No fruit on pizza, says Tina. Yes, but Tina, what about duck à l'orange? Or orange on chicken? What about that? Right, heart rate is definitely now up into zone 2. I am a 70s guy. Sebastian says, spicy pizza is the best. Yes, I'm with you, Sebastian. Spicy pizza for me all the way. 2.5 kilometers to go. Just about, anyway. There we go. 2.5k left of our Bag That Badge run. The Mayan Bridge loop. We are actually on the Mayan Bridge right now. Marmite and cheese pizza would be alright. I'd go for Marmite and cheese pizza every day of the week. That's fine. Oatmeal is with fruit jam, Leafon. Oatmeal and fruit jam, yes. So oatmeal, for me, oatmeal is a sweet dish. Often with honey as well. Well, not as well as jam. Honey and oatmeal, or jam and oatmeal, yeah. Porridge. Victoria says Marmite and cheese pizza sounds nice. That's why we are married, Victoria. And Paul Hayward says, when's your Marmite cookbook coming out, Clive? A Marmite cookbook? Finnemore's Marmite Cookbook. Sounds good to me. Finnemore's sounds like a good food brand, actually. I'm just going to get a jar of Finnemore's from the co-op. Victoria, could you open a packet of Finnemore's, please? I just fancy some Finnemore's. It's starting to sound a bit wrong, but you get the gist. Oh my god, Leafon likes oatmeal with mustard. Very interesting. Well, I'm not going to knock it if I haven't tried it. Yeah, Victoria did make a cookbook. Locally released. Within the family only, Auntie Vic's cookbook. Okay, here we go then. Up to 13. 2 kilometres to go. 13 and 14. Just noticed the bottom graph wasn't on. You press G. If you're on a computer, you can press G to scroll the bottom graph on or off. Little bit big heart rate dip there as we sped up. No problem, Stig. Stig is sticking to his plan. Intervals tomorrow. Not letting Stephen tempt me with his lack of discipline. Quite right, Stig. You stick to what you've planned. Absolutely. Don't let me con you into something you shouldn't be doing. Actually, it was Messenger that talked me into it. Hayward's Pickles. Tina loves pickles. Is that the name of one of your dogs? Pickles. Very rarely do I have an open sandwich, Leafon. It's normally 2 slices of bread with cheese in the middle. 1 mile to go. Right, Tina's dogs are not called Pickles. Pickles and Rover. It's Harry and Reuben. Reuben or Reuben? Does Harry get on with Reuben, says Paul. Heart rate 136 now. See you, Stig. Take care. Thanks for joining. Heart rate 159 for Sebastian. Heart rate 137. $143 for Pearsons from Belgium. How is Steve Atkinson doing? Question mark. I bet Steve can't type while he's running this quick, can he? Come on, Steve. Without falling off the treadmill. How's your heart rate doing? Yeah. Last K is 14. Yes. Now we are at almost sub-3 marathon pace. Sean is off. The doorbell is ringing. Take care, Sean. All right, 165 for Sebastian, 145 here. Well done, everyone who has taken part today. Full stop, keep running till you see the badge. And I do hope you will join us for another episode next week. Thanks for the little push at the end, Messenger. Messenger. Coming up to the finish, 10.9 kilometres. We may as well go to 11. Just for the XP. And through the finish line, we'll just carry on for 100 more metres, make it 11k. And Sebastian looks like he's carrying on. Oh no, he's finished. Well done, gang. So, well done, everybody. Good effort. Let's just drop a ride on Messinger there for... Oh, just to say thank you for... Oh, there's Boostins. Oh, Messenger's already got a ride on from me. Good stuff. Sebastian, got a ride on from me? Yes. And a ride on for Steve Atkinson. Well done, Steve. Great work. We are done here. Oh dear. Okay. So that is like that badge done for another week. An hour, just over an hour of running, 11 kilometers in. So that's good. And Steve Atkinson says, thanks. No worries, Steve. Take care. We'll see you at a park run soon. Clive says, night, night, everyone. See you again tomorrow. Yeah, I guess he couldn't. It says, Steve Atkinson says, thanks, Stephen. I couldn't type. Yeah, I guess that. You should try voice to text, though. Next time, voice to text. That's the way to do it. Anthony is off for some food. Have a good weekend, all. Yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Right, Leafon says, will you do a live stream of the Plank Club? Unlikely, because I shall be in my pyjamas and my dressing gown. So no. But if I remember, I will do a plank in an hour's time at 9 o'clock. I'll try and remember to do a 2-minute plank at 9 o'clock. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, no, I won't be live streaming it. I might video it. Yeah, Sebastian says, don't forget the plank Zoom call. Oh dear. Right, it's all fun and games. We'll see you all tomorrow for stage 4 of Tour of Zwift. So Tour of Zwift tomorrow, stage 4 at 6 p.m. We will see you then. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, Steve's going to do Google voice to text. Okay, yeah. Well, let's see if that works. Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much if you took part, and thank you very much if you chatted on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel, the Zwift Run Channel, if you're not already, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.